Oh, that's my stuff. Out of the way. What's your name?
Catherine.
I'm Leslie.
Leslie. Hi, Les.
Ready to go? I'm sitting with Catherine. She is from all kinds of TV shows, but the one I remember the most is from Seventh Heaven.
That's correct.
I used to watch it.
Camden, and then I was on Star Trek 4. We have pictures here, since this is a science fiction convention. And horror, we have Child's Play, Chucky.
All kinds of stuff.
Chucky's mummy.
Catherine, do you remember how old you were when you started in the business and how you got into the business?
I was at college. I was not a drama major. I was a cheerleader in high school, and I loved being in front of people, but I didn't know about theater. So it wasn't until really late in college. That's why you sometimes you can get your calling for what you want to be a little later than you think. Because I was an English lit major, and I didn't get cheerleading. I was so depressed, and I sort of watched the theater people. They looked to be having fun, so I thought maybe I'll do this. And then I studied hard. Then I worked my butt off because I was so far behind everybody. You have to really work hard. If you want to be successful, you have to be obsessed with getting good at what you want to be.
So since you were an English major and then you switched to theater, then were your parents and like your friends and family, were they there to help you and guide you, or
My father said they sacrificed to send me to Notre Dame, St. Mary's, Notre Dame, South Bend, the football school. And my dad took me in the living room, and I'm an only child, and people think we're spoiled, but he said, "See this, Kath? This is the spigot. It's being turned off." But they supported my acting. I think they thought I was dreaming, but they didn't finance it. But I got a scholarship to Cornell for 2 years training. Then I was a really trained actress, and I went to New York and began my career in New York on Broadway and stuff.
So you went from, where are you from originally?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
All right. So you went from Arizona to New York then?
Yeah. I started in New York.
What would you say to young folks or older folks, whoever wants to come in the business right now, like what would be the one thing that you would tell them, because it is a hard business?
Are you talking about show business?
Show business, theater, and film, TV. Like, what would you say to them today? Like, if they wanted to get into it, what was the one thing?
I would say, first of all, decide if you have to do it, if it's everything to you, if you cannot picture your life without doing this. It has to be like being a doctor or lawyer. It can't be a wish. It has to be a passion, is the cliche nowadays, but it has to be everything to you. And if that's step one, if you have to do it, then you have to learn how to do it. So you have to take classes and study it like anyone, like a ballerina. It's a performing art. It's like dance, ballet, theater. You have to learn how to be a good actor. And then what form it takes but don't go from the looks and the stardom first. That's outside in. Go from inside out, and then you might get a job. But I would say the business is very hard. It's very competitive now more than ever, because reality shows are eating up all the hours, and there's no actors in it. It's all... So there's not many jobs. So again, you really have to want to do it.
Do you remember, is there anything that like one person inspired you or got your attention to do this, or was it just mostly you and your gut and your
It was sort of a private calling on campus. I just went. I was going to yet another beer bash at Notre Dame on a Saturday night, and I looked in the theater, our theater, and they were doing Oliver, and I thought, these students are doing something with their Saturday night, and I admired them so much. Then my teacher, Peter Stelzer at Cornell, trained me. He knew I didn't know anything, so he gave me small parts, bigger. And then I thank all the directors, Sidney Lumet, Francis Coppola. I mean, I don't know. You have to go in with energy to a room. You have to be a happy person. keep your prep going, keep your work, have your work. Know what you're going to do as an actor. Know how you work. Don't just say the lines. And then when you go in the room, have a lot of energy and commitment.
What else would you like? You want the success? You want some by herself?
180.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Catherine Hicks, and you're watching Success 180.